Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take a little bit of a, take a bit of a turn with my content. I am going to do a bit of a series about my weight loss goals, struggles, and progress. So the video cut out, and that's why I'm doing this a little bit. Sorry, I'm sure that was pretty abrupt. It's going to pick back up with me on the backside of a turn because I wanted you to kind of see my body and my starting point in this journey. Back to it. Guess understand. Sorry, I thought my camera turned off. It's important to me for you to understand kind of what I'm looking at every day, and then just talk about it. So, my weight loss. I have been struggling for 3 years trying to lose weight. It has been a very frustrating journey. Something that I've learned during that time is a little bit about how to maintain weight, which, you know, that's better than learning nothing from the process. So I want to talk a little bit about that. But first let me tell you where I am and what my goals are. Where I am right now, I am 5'10" and I am 185 pounds. Very standard measure of your weight, how healthy your weight is the BMI. I've heard critique about the BMI, and I'm not going to get into what that is, mostly because I don't know the arguments. I've just heard it. So the BMI calculator is very simple. It's your weight divided by your height. That number corresponds to different ranges. I guess it's organized in different ranges that are then labeled obese, overweight, healthy, or underweight. Maybe there are more categories, I don't know. So at my current weight, my BMI is 26.5. Healthy BMI is, I don't know if this is just for my weight that is what the healthy BMI is, or if it is the standard. That is 25 on the high end to 18.5 on the low end. And again, I'm at 26.5. For me, to get into the healthy range, I would need to lose 9 pounds. I'm sorry, not 9 pounds, 11 pounds. I would need to weigh 174 pounds. Again, I'm at 185. I've been this weight before, and actually, you know what? I'm not going to get into that just yet. I want to talk about the measuring that I'm looking at first. So I need to lose 11 pounds to get into the healthy weight range. And I can lose, this is kind of a weird thing, I can lose up to 56 pounds before I am in the underweight range. Right now I'm at 185, and I can go as low as 129. If I'm 128, I'm underweight. So there's that. There's what I'm looking at. Now to transition. Thank you, America. I guess is how I'm going to lead that. I am not, if I were to use the colloquial terms, I would call myself chubby. Not necessarily thin, not necessarily fat. Okay, don't love that word. Lots of people don't love that word, but I'm just to make things easier, I'm just going to say it like that. So this is not the first time I've weighed as much as I do, and okay, that is what it is. And as I said, I'm overweight. When I've been in this size and expressed that I wanted to lose weight, people haven't really raised an eyebrow. I haven't discussed it in a long time though, so maybe things are different now, I don't know. When I've been smaller, like I've been maybe 160 and wanted to lose weight, and I've been really, anytime I tell people, there's always backlash. That is likely, well actually no, I'm not going to make a comment on as to why I have received backlash. I'll let you fill in those blanks. 160, 25 pounds lighter than I am right now. It is still within the range of normal. However, after I had my child, before and after I had my child, I was weighing 140. I don't have a calculation for what that is, what the BMI for 140 is, but 129, remember, is as low as I can go still being healthy. So that's still 11 pounds in the normal range. That was healthy. And when I would say when I was 160 that I wanted to lose 20 pounds, I always received backlash. And that was a very frustrating thing. I might receive backlash from this video, honestly, because a lot of people just, I don't know, they are frustrated when they see me as healthy when I was healthy and still heard me say I wanted to lose weight. So here's the thing. Here's something that was a frustration for me when people would express frustration to me is, one, it's not their body. Two, I can be dissatisfied with the way I look and miss a younger, well, maybe not younger, missing a younger you I feel is a stupid thing, but missing a thinner version of myself that I liked more. Particularly when the thinner version of myself that I liked more was still within the range of healthy. I wasn't looking to lose so much weight that I was unhealthy. I've actually never been 129 pounds. I don't even know what that would look like. I've been 135 and it looks, I look pretty skinny, like a sickly horse kind of skinny in the ribs and such. So my goal right now is, as I said, 150. And I hope that I don't get backlash for this. One, because again, it's my body, it's not yours. And two, because 150 is right smack in the middle of healthy. What I worry is that once I get down to like 165 and I start looking the way that I do when I'm 165, that I'm going to get a lot of backlash from people when they hear that I'm trying to lose weight. I'm hoping by sharing my journey online that I can get some positivity about my goals that are for me, that are still within healthy. 150s, right? Again, smack down the middle of healthy, without receiving the backlash. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. I'm making this video because, well, let me transition to another thing. I've heard a lot of people say that with weight loss, I've even been in a couple weight loss programs, that accountability is important. And I have never found a success with an accountability partner. I just get nervous around them. I don't want to tell them how I'm doing. And it just doesn't end up working. I end up backing out of the whole program because the accountability partner portion of it is daunting to me. I'm hoping that having the wall of stranger that is between me and you as a viewer will kind of help me get over that. I can't hear what you're saying. I will read what you say, obviously, but in real time, unless I go live in real time, I can't know what you're saying, and I can't see your eyes, which feels judgy. Reading your words, I can brush those off, even depending upon how mean they are. For the most part, I can brush those off because I can't see your eyes, and I can't see the emotion behind what it is you're saying. And I think that will help me feel like I can be more transparent. Also, I think it'll help me stick with it, the accountability kind of portion. Speaking aloud the things that I'm going through, the struggles that I'm having. I understand psychologically it's important to speak or to write things down, but I don't want the kind of judgment I get when I speak to a person and can see their eyes. So now that I've talked about that, let me talk about my journey so far. My biggest struggle, and I hate that this is my struggle, is sugar. I am not a clinician. I have no medical training of any sort. I think, though, based on the little I know about addiction, that this could be to the point of addiction. I use it when I'm sad. I use it when I'm angry. I find any excuse to use it, and I just can't seem to let it go. For a minute, I was able to quit sugar after watching a documentary called That Sugar Film. It scared me, and let's just say that it was a little unnerving to see exactly what sugar can do to your body. It's basically a poison. I will say that. And I didn't learn that just from that film. Let me just say, the one documentary isn't the only place I saw the same sort of data. And if you found data in the opposite, I'd love to see it. Yeah, sugar does a whole lot of really bad things to your body. And I have been unsuccessful at trying to give it up. Recently, I decided that I might reach out to a kind of like a Sugaraholics Anonymous kind of thing. Yeah, I think it's Sugar and Carbs Addicts Anonymous, something like that. Reached out to them. There's one nationally that I reached out to, and they said that, reasonably so, that they don't want people joining their meetings, their groups, unless they're committed to being sugar and carb free. That is something I'm not ready to do. And so I have not joined their meetings, and I don't think I will be joining their meetings. Instead, what I would like to do is I'd like to invest in some books, self-help books. They've always been good for me. They always seem to work for me. We'll see if the information that I hear from them sticks. And, read from them sticks. We'll see how I do with them in general. But it's more than just sugar that I struggle with. I struggle with just really eating anything tasty. I want to eat all the tasty things, and I don't want to eat the non-tasty things. It's a very typical human reaction to food. So I gotta find a way to address those cravings. In the last 3 years, what I have learned, and I mentioned I'd learned how to maintain, which is a good thing. Now, how did I do that? I learned to incorporate fruits and vegetables pretty much everywhere I could with my diet. The reason I've been failing is because I still crave those things, and what happens is I end up binging, and I end up eating like a whole bag of hard shell coated chocolate with peanut butter, and eating other things with like nougat and caramel and peanuts and such like that. Binging on those and then feeling horrible about the binge, and yeah, so that's that. With the maintenance that I've achieved, I'm able to kind of stick between where I am now and about 170, and that's good because that means I haven't had to invest in new clothing. That's something that people, I understand, who've lost a lot of weight, it surprises them, is that they have to buy new clothes. And so, I mean, I'd be happy to buy new smaller clothes, or that really, I just have a whole wardrobe in smaller sizes, so I'd like to get back into those. But maintaining the clothing size has been helpful because I didn't have that added expense. So yay me on that. And I'm happy with that. It's not the results that I want. Obviously, I want to get to the lower size that I want to be, but you know, I'll take it. Maintaining my clothing size, I will take that. That's okay. But I want to obviously lose more, and I'm kind of going to use you, Internet, as my sort of accountability partner, sort of. Now I want to talk about something else. I want to transition a little bit. I mentioned that in order to maintain, I've worked in lots of fruits and veggies, leafy greens, cauliflower, apples, bananas, oranges, and something that I mentioned before in a post on ideas that I thought I might want to use to make content is that healthy food is cheaper than non-healthy food. It is a complete myth that healthy food is more expensive, unless, I will say, if you were to get like the top-notch healthy food, the organic, I don't even know, all what would be considered like the top-notch. I haven't done a hard investigation in what is the healthiest of foods, okay? And that is because I don't have the money for that shit, okay? If you do whole organic and vegan and all the specialty kind of stuff, yeah, it's going to be more expensive, but you do not have to do that to eat healthier. If you think about the typical American diet, it is full of, you know, fats and sugars, all the sugars, okay? And I have a visual, actually, that I'm going to show you. Okay, I can show you brands, but this is a little tub of an ice cream sorts, okay? It's $5.50 at a grocery store, okay? At the same grocery store, this bag of apples is $4, all right? I hope that that is an easy enough representation, visualization of how eating healthier is not more expensive. Think about the equivalent. You could probably eat this in a sitting. I know I can eat this in a sitting. I would get sugared out, but I might feel kind of like done, satisfied, certainly, if not sugared out. But how many apples would you need to eat to feel satisfied? I know that for me, if I wanted to feel satisfied, I could eat one, maybe 1.5. But if I wanted to feel full, like I cannot eat anymore, it would be 3 apples. And you can calculate, I'm not going to calculate because I'm bad at math in my mind, how, like the cost difference between 3 apples and this entire thing of an ice cream kind of thing, like, okay? So it is just a complete folly. It is a complete falsehood that eating healthier is more expensive. When you get to the grocery store, I challenge you to just like beeline it to produce and fill your basket with produce. As far as cooking some produce, I mean, you can steam a whole lot of shit and it tastes totally fine. Add some cheese, maybe that would add extra calories, but just salt and pepper and like steamed broccoli, totally fine. And if you eat it fresh, you even feel more full. It's about satiation, okay? An apple is going to fill you up and last you a lot longer than a sugary treat, okay? I don't know how else to explain it. So beeline it to the produce section. Fill your cart with produce. And you'd be surprised once you see the volume of what you get and you go to the checkout just how much less money it is. Something that I think people, like, is daunting when they see it is the price tag up front of like each individual item. What they don't realize is like a thing of like cheesy crackers could also be $5 as opposed to a whole fucking thing of apples. Like that is a big difference, okay? I know when I started eating lots of fruits and vegetables, started incorporated, I was shocked at how much money I was saving. Someday I'm gonna do, when I have a little bit more money, I'm gonna do like a side-by-side grocery bill of fruits and veggies and healthy stuff, maybe even like some lean chicken and whatever, and just normal American cuisine, okay? So hopefully with this journey that I'm going to go on, I can reduce some of the cravings. I'll let you know how it goes along the way or whatever. But again, a challenge I present to you is to just head straight to the produce section when you get to the grocery store and fill up on that. And yeah, I will talk to you all next time. I don't know what else to say about the matter, but thank you for watching, for listening if you're the kind of person who like turns it on and just listens to it. And I'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. I am going to be making some more content along this nature, some journey. I might even do some here's what I ate this week. Not sure on that one, but I am going to be checking in and letting you know how I'm doing in this journey and what it is that I am doing to be successful or what it is I'm doing that's causing me to fail. So thanks for watching and I will see you next time.